the way I've revised the messaging to try and make it clearer to the market is what I call the double and keep it framework. So people often ask me what that is. So that's, how do you double the value of somebody's business? So that's entrepreneurially focused to start with. And we do that in 6 months or less. And here's the kicker. We do that in um, a way that means they don't have to borrow any money and they don't have to take any equity dilution. So that's really massive, because it means that all of those folk that are in what we would call non-AI businesses that might not attract private equity, might not attract venture capital, maybe they can't borrow money from a bank, but they're profitable, definitely lifestyle, but it's kind of 500,000 EBITDA and more, and they're not big corporations. So we'll use our capital, the money that we've got access to or have raised, to build a bigger group, and then we'll take the bigger group and get it sold. And the benefit to those guys is really big, because if they're not doing if you're a 5 million value company and you take in private equity, you're probably going to lose 50% of it in the first 2 rounds, which means you've got to quadruple the business in order that you double your own stake. And so it's not really, and so if you don't have to give up any equity, you can keep all of that. And if you don't have to service any debt because you're not borrowed any money, you can keep all of that. So I'm doing an awful lot to cover that group, and it's a massive market that's untouched,
It is.
untapped, and
It is.
nobody caters to it. When people go through there now, so what I'm showing people, where we used to sell 15, 20,000 reports in terms of $20,000 each, created all of that inside the website
Hmm.
for free. If people want it specific to them, there will be a cost to that, because I've got to bespoke it to what their personal situation is. But I've done so many of these that we know what the core parameters are. So I can help somebody see that if they do nothing, this is where they'll be. But if they do the double and keep it framework, they'll be over here. So that does the double, the keep, and then the reinvestment on the insurance side. And then they can come back in consulting and make more money again. Those are the 5 principles of it, or the 4 legs. There's 5 legs on the stool.